Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We just watched The Legend of the Psychotic Forest Ranger, a movie not without its merits, but not entirely successful as a film. And joining me for this strange, offbeat adventure is my buddy and co-host, Owen Neal. How's it going, Owen?
Pretty good. I don't know why I bought this, but I made you watch it.
You bought it because the cover, remember?
It is pretty sweet. I should have just bought the poster.
Yeah. Now you can just chuck the disc and keep the cover, right? So, all right. So why don't you take us through this train wreck?
All right.
All right. You sound so upset by it.
Yeah. So you got an opening scene, supposedly 40 years ago. Even though in the movie later, the guy says last summer, 2 people were killed.
Yeah, because he's repeating the silly myth, I think. I don't think he actually knows it was actually in the 70s.
No, it had to be earlier because this was supposedly set in the 80s.
Well, it had 80s style, but they did say 40 years ago, didn't they?
Yeah.
Everyone was dressed in 80s appropriate clothing, actually, but it was 40 years later, apparently.
Or was it 40 years later from when the movie came out in 2011?
I have no idea. It's a very sophisticated question, my friend.
Yeah, but we see the forest ranger kill 2 people because they didn't put their fire all the way out. Yeah. And it cuts to 4 air quote teenagers.
Oh yeah. So not teenagers.
Straight out of high school, heading out in the woods to party. And even on the back it says the jock, the joker, the blonde bimbo, and the paranoid brunette.
And all 4 of those people are essentially the Scooby-Doo gang. They just left their dog at home.
Yeah, well.
You got Shaggy, who's the really dumb one. Somehow survives the movie. And then you've got Velma and Daphne. Daphne somehow survives too. Velma dies.
No, they all die in the end. Spoiler
alert.
Oh,
yes. Whatever. You know what I mean. Make it to the end.
But, yeah, they're all super annoying. Super cliche, which is probably what they were going for, but it didn't work as a joke. It was supposed to be a joke. As well as I question why, because they all seem to hate each other, so why they're all going to go camping and hanging out.
What I find is a problem with these movies is when they're trying to go with a so bad it's good aesthetic, when they're trying to force it, they all overact on purpose. What you need to do is not tell them that. You need to tell them they're great actors. You hire people who think they're great actors, even though they're terrible, and you have them go whole hog into their characters. And that's how you get a so bad it's good movie, is by just having people who believe they're making something good, but it's actually just not good. And if you don't do that, you're doing a great disservice to the audience who's watching your movie. You got to believe that you're making something good, even if it's the worst thing ever. Miami Connection never got finished if, like, someone knew it was terrible. You know what I mean? Like, everyone had to know that was awesome to do that, or it never would have worked. Anyway,
yep.
So this is just another in a long string of wanting to be so bad it's good, but not understanding what actually makes it so bad it's good film.
Yeah. And they complete failure on their part.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we're following them. They like to over-explain everything. Everything is over-explained.
Yeah, everything is basically okay. So whenever they do something, someone will narrate what they're doing while they do it, or they will verbalize their internal thoughts because someone can't write. We got a character wandering around the woods, talking to themselves for no discernible reason about nothing of consequence, and then they get killed.
In the beginning, she was like, "Is that you in the trees?" I was like, ah. And that's pretty much how they delivered all their lines.
Oh, it's so bad. But not in a good way. Stop it. Knock off way.
So they run out of gas, end up finding a cabin, They're gonna spend the night there. Forest Ranger Dan shows up, who's probably the best character in the whole movie. And he's barely in it. He's overly happy.
Role, for sure.
Yeah.
He should have been the villain. He's way better than the actual villain. No offense to the villain, who's actually the best part of the movie is the psychotic forest ranger. He delivers these really bad dad jokes while he's killing people, and it's the most effective part of the movie. And I would say that it's not an entirely wasted film. I could even see myself showing this to somebody at some point down the future. Like, if I had this in my collection, I wouldn't sell it necessarily. I just probably wouldn't watch it anytime soon. And I would probably fast forward through all the shit, or ignore the movie until the kills came, like, you know, a lot of shitty 80s slashers.
But he shows up, and then he leaves, and then probably the best scene in the movie, his death from the psychotic forest ranger. He has both his arms broken, which he says "ow" during it.
Ow! Oh god! Ow! He just like, ow! Oh my god! It's so horrible. Like, he's just, he's pretty fucking great.
And then the guy
breaks
gets his back broken, where he
oh
says,
my!
It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse. Oh, it was actually pretty good. That guy should have been in the movie more. Damn it.
Yeah. And then he gets dragged away, and then he has to say, "He's dragging me away," which didn't work for any other character when they were oversaying stuff, but for some reason it works for good old Forest Ranger Dan.
I think Forest Ranger Dan's actually a decent actor. I think that's why it's working for him. He's not the worst actor on the film, like literally everyone else except for the Forest Rangers. And it's not necessarily because they're bad actors. It's because it's just they're given bad lines. That some of them are bad actors. Some of them just aren't being directed. And you can tell. You know what I mean? You can see the difference. One's just... bad actors deliver all their lines the same way. I.e. Velma. Or the quote-unquote Velma of this movie. Oh, man. Is that you up in those trees? Oh, my. Like,
that was a completely different girl, though.
That's what I mean. I was giving it as an example, though. Like, the fucking... It's the same dialogue, same monotone voice.
Yeah.
It's shite.
So then we get way too long montage of them partying and drinking and then going to bed and then waking up. And then some practical jokes when the girls are bathing in the river. Blah, blah, blah.
No nudity.
And then we randomly see potential Peepin' Tom.
Oh, the character was stupid.
They chase down, and then there's 4 new, exactly the same characters that we already have.
And they're just as awful and annoying, too.
Yes. So now there's 8 of them, drinking and partying. And then the Forest Ranger basically picks them off one by one.
It's not a hard to figure out movie.
So they're not even that exciting of kills to even speak of.
There's like the log through the chest was kind of cool.
Yeah, that one's later though.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a few kills that are really cool, but otherwise,
yeah,
that's the movie.
The only thing we should really mention there is there's 4 left, 4 are missing, and one of them decides that there's this overly thought out plan of them playing.
Wow. Maybe we lost Owen or they lost me. One of those two things just happened. So bear with us, folks. Well, I'm still receiving video. Yep, it's just him. All right, well, we're just gonna wait for Owen to reload. His internet hicked up, maybe. No. Now he's frozen. He's frozen. He was frozen today. Yeah. Oh, he's back. He's back.
It froze.
Right. What were you saying when I started interrupting you? Clearly.
was just explaining the overly thought. The new guy was saying how they thought the other four were just stealing their food and booze the party without him, an overly practical joke.
Oh yeah.
And he was freaking out. And then the guy was like, let's just not have let's not pay attention to any of that happening, and let's go party, and then they'll have to come out with our booze because they'll realize their joke's not working. And then he goes to get marshmallow sticks and then sees one of the guys dead and runs back and gets the other ones. Dead body's not there anymore. So they're like, he's in on the joke too, and they're back stealing our booze. But then that guy finally runs into the forest ranger.
Let's fucking say that. Just...
He starts kung fu fighting the forest ranger.
It's kind of funny.
And then the only line that made me laugh from that was he rips off, he's like, I'm wearing this jacket because I'm the head of our wrestling team. I was like, what's that to do with your fucking kung fu moves? Nothing.
Nothing at all.
And then we see the ranger has glowing red eyes because we didn't mention that he also eats people and worships Satan.
Satan! I don't know why I held up a Boy Scout salute, but I did. Well, he's Satan for some reason. That just happened. I'm not sorry.
He gets the log thrown through him.
That's like one of the cooler kills, honestly. Just it looked better than all the other kills.
Yeah, it goes from that one to him like slowly hitting the girl in the head with a pot full of spaghetti.
Yeah, I thought it was chili, but same thing. He like she's like stuck behind the fridge or whatever, and he picks up the giant like 10-gallon pot or 5-gallon pot, whatever the giant, a big pot, and you see him go, like I'm gonna move just as fast as he did. I'm killing someone. Like
with the great line of, I guess you wanted leftovers. Something like that.
Yeah. It was something like that.
During that whole point, Scooby-Doo guy and the other girl find his cabin, which must have been like 5 feet in the woods next to where they were staying, because they didn't go that far. And they say he's been eating people, and his Satan compass that directs him to kids partying in the woods, which is kind of sort of off mentioned for no reason. And so they grab his shotgun, make it back. He gets shot in the arm. He breaks the gun. And they're like, quick, run. And they just go in the house into a bedroom, like right behind him.
Like, he's right there, you fucking morons.
Then you gotta go with
just stupid.
You gotta go with the overused shining axe at the door joke.
At least he didn't do the fucking here's Johnny.
No, he said he had to ask him a question.
Which is just as bad, but like at least it wasn't here's Johnny.
And then randomly a cop shows up because apparently he heard the one gunshot. Even though earlier when they ran out of gas, they were 20-something miles in the middle of nowhere and they hadn't seen a house in forever. Apparently cops are like 30 minutes away.
This movie has no logic.
And that cop had to have been
logic several times.
The cop had to have been driving by because that gunshot was 2 minutes ago.
Not only that, there's a moment when they're in the kung fu kicking thing where he like jump kicks the guy, but like the insert shot is like a different, like not even the same pants, and the wrong leg is being in the wrong direction. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It was like a crane kick that cuts to a full-on two-legged drop kick.
But in a different leg is being used to kick than the white shot. And it's like, see, that's you trying too hard. You're trying too hard. You made too many things different. His pants shouldn't have been different. You know? I immediately noticed something was wrong. I was supposed to be subtly wrong. And you were like, wait a minute. Rewind the tape. Did I just see? And then you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. But you fucked it up because you thought you could do it on purpose.
Maybe they just fucked it up. Since this is their only movie.
Ugh, it's just bad.
Yeah.
Just someone thought they could make a big, quick buck from making a fucking movie.
Somehow those two other people are stuck in the room. They're like, he must have used his axe to prop the door shut, even though there's a big hole in the door that he chopped. And
Right.
reach out. They try to warn the cop. Cop shoots Forest Ranger. Forest Ranger shoots cop. I don't remember.
Shit happened.
During this, they just walk by the Forest Ranger to get in the cop car.
Oh my god. Movie exhausted me.
Cop has some one line about not on his watch, shoots the Forest Ranger. Forest Ranger stands up, of course. So they back into him with a cop car. Drive down, not even like 10 feet down the road, and they're like, hey, if you, to the girl, you said if we made it, you would take my virginity. So they just start banging in the car right next to where everything happened. And Forest Ranger's not dead, of course. He gets in the car, other car, rams them, cuts to Forest Ranger Dan, who's still alive.
Somehow.
And there's a giant, the cars explode for some reason off screen. And then there's a scene where he's on the thing, like, they're all dead.
Of course it was off screen. This movie cost $2 to make. They rubbed together some fucking rolls of quarters and got some fucking money for this movie.
Yeah. I'm not sure who Forest Ranger Dan's talking to, but he goes into a whole speech about them all being dead. Even though both his arms are supposed to be broken.
Well, they did take place 40 years later in 1980 from 1970, and they kicked with the wrong leg. I mean, like, you know, there's a lot of problems in the movie. It's no Pigman murders, though. Oh, the movie was okay. It gets 1 out of 5 stars. Did you freeze again? You froze again! Oh my god! Waiting for the lag bubble to disperse. Waiting for the lag bubble to disperse. Do 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 do. Ha 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 ha. Tired, yo. I'm gonna let the cat out. Here you go, kitty. Run free. Ow. Oh, we got dropped from the call. No! 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 It's the worst day ever. Oh, he's back. Okay. Everything's right with the world again. Maybe it won't let him back in. Hello? Oh, he's gone. So he has this thing where sometimes it won't let him connect. So that might be happening right now. That sucks. La la la. See, now we're recording these for later, so this is not the final form it's in. We do edit this down for a podcast. Hey, he's back. So all this delay, of course, won't be in the final podcast. We'll just cut out all this me singing to myself and.
Sorry, it's like storming, so
That's
wrap it up.
Cool. It's all good, man. All right, so favorite part of the movie?
Dan's death.
Yes, I was gonna say the same. Dan's death. Two thumbs up. It's the only reason why this movie gets 1 out of 5 stars instead of no stars. It's not a dumpster fire, just 4.5 bags of shit.
It's pretty terrible.
It's pretty bad. I would say watch it after you've seen every other slasher under the sun. And you're on to these shot on video films from the last decade. Just watch every other film first. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I wanted to like it, but no.
Nope. All right. Well, for next week, we are watching the seminal Craig R. Baxley, Dolph Lundgren, Brian Betsy Bentley classic, I Come in Peace, which was released by Shame Factory as Dark Angel. But this is the original title, so I'm going to stick with this. Also, I really like this fucking poster. Which is, let's see here, Detective Jack Kane played by Dolph Lundgren, of course, thought he dealt with every kind of crime on Earth, but now someone is using human bodies to manufacture narcotics. Someone or something not of this world. To the alien that has arrived on Earth, humans represent ideal drug factories because of our endorphins. To Detective Kane, the alien represents mankind's worst threat. The alien's mission succeeds, our planet will be destroyed. Together with a straight arrow FBR partner, played by Brian Benben, and his girlfriend, played by Betty Brantley, Kane is going to send this alien home in pieces. There's actually a spin kick in this movie that I've used multiple times in my videos. I just randomly throw it into a video. It's Adolf Hunter runs into this convenience store, and the first thing he does, takes 2 steps into the convenience store. The door hasn't even finished closing, and he just fucking whips out a spin kick and just knocks the teeth out of this guy. And it's, for some reason, this fucking spin kick makes me die laughing. And and I have a clip of it just because I like to throw it in there randomly. So, it's a thing. So yeah, that's what we're watching next week. An awesome film. It's right up there with like Robot Jocks as like fun, cheesy films. So,
Never seen it.
awesome. Can't wait to introduce you to it. So, we're going to end this episode a little early because of the storming problems out east there from our broadcasting partner. And we'll see you next week for I come in. Any last words? His last words are to freeze. All right, take it easy, guys. Peace.